The month of May has spoilt us rotten in the UK, with loads of sunshine, giving us plenty of chances to top up on our tans. But remember, clear blue skies during the day mean crystal clear skies at night. So, I've been keeping busy capturing stunning images of the moon and thought I'd share a few with you today. So, let's start with a jaw-dropping shot from the northern section of the lunar surface. It almost looks like you're about to make a dramatic landing here, like something out of that classic sci-fi series, Space 1999. Of course, if you're old enough to remember that, like I am. In this shot, take a look at the impressive craters Aristoteles and Eudoxus at the bottom right. And at the bottom centre, part of the rugged lunar Alps rise majestically above the lunar plains, though partly in shadow, teasing us with just a glimpse of their mountainous beauty. But wait, if you look closer here, you'll also notice part of the lunar Alpine Valley sticking out. It's like an 80-mile long gash that slices through the mountains. Now, onto the 64-mile wide impact crater called Theophilus. It's the most prominent one in this particular image with its impressive terraced walls. But that's not all. Take a closer look and you'll see that it has not one, but four central peaks basking in the sunlight. The highest of these peaks reaches 4,600 feet. That's taller than Bonnie Scotland's famous Ben Nevis. Let's now switch gears and travel back in time to the exact landing site of Apollo 15, to the northern section of the Apennine Mountains, named after their earthly counterparts in Italy. This is a place in history, as it was here that Apollo 15 touched down on July the 30th, 1971. They landed right next to Hadley Rill. So what on earth is Hadley Rill? Or not on earth in this case? Well, it's an ancient lava channel from back in the day when the moon actually had erupting volcanoes. We're talking billions of years ago here. This variety of lunar rill twists and turns and looks a lot like a dried up riverbed. Hadley Rill winds its way through the mountains. Spotting it, visually though, needs a larger aperture telescope and clear seeing conditions. Unfortunately, I can't get quite as close as NASA did back in the groovy 70s. So, this photo shows Hadley Rill from lunar orbit. And here's the astronauts on the lunar surface with Hadley Rill in the background. Now, this is the impressive crater Clavius. Amazingly, Clavius was the setting for Stanley Kubrick's legendary sci-fi film 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was the base for mankind's launchpad to Jupiter. This crater is ancient. It formed a mind-boggling 3.85 billion years ago. That's nearly a third of the age of the universe itself. Clavius is a beast, measuring 140 miles wide. And see the curving line of smaller craters within its walls. This is the Clavius chain. Each crater perfectly diminishes in size from east to west. Now, here's where you can have a go at admiring this crater for yourself, if you're a complete beginner. Clavius is big, so you can spot it with binoculars. A quality pair of 10x50s are perfect. No, you don't need a fancy telescope to get in on the lunar action, but timing is everything. To catch Clavius in all its glory, as well as all the other amazing sights you can see on the moon, make sure you use the Terminator. No, not that Terminator. This Terminator. The magical boundary between day and night on the moon, where the low angle of the sun picks out all those amazing features of the lunar landscape. And if you want to have a go at observing Clavius for yourself, look for it during a waxing gibbous or a third quarter moon. Before we wrap this up, let's quickly admire the lunar Alps that we discussed earlier. In this much better shot, the highest mountains are visible, as well as the Alpine Valley cutting through the landscape. And check out those dramatic shadows the peaks are casting across a smooth lava plain. They're revealing their full glory thanks to the Terminator being nearby. No, not that Terminator. This Terminator. And look at those isolated mountains rising high out of the darkness, catching the sunlight. It's pretty incredible what can be photographed from your own back garden. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our lunar adventure today. Remember, the sky is not the limit, it's an invite to the infinite. If you like this, then don't forget to like and share.